Hello and welcome to Viking Views. I am Janelle Garcia. Missouri Valley College celebrated homecoming on the 19th with the Viking football game ending a week's worth of festivities, but the game didn't have a very festive beginning. The Evangel Crusaders held the Vikings scoreless, and to just 91 yards of offense in the first half, the Crusaders led 7-0 at halftime. But after Lucas Guilfoyle field goal, James Tillman scored on a 9-yard run to put Valley up 10-7. On its next possession, Valley Malachi Daniels scored from 8 yards to extend the Viking lead to 10. After Evangel scored to make it a 3-point game, Tillman notched his second touchdown run of the game, this one from 4 yards out to make the score 24-14. Valley's defense added to the scoring when Brad Avila sacked Crusader quarterback Brent Deers and forced a fumble. Leon Jackson scooped up the loose ball and returned it 30 yards for the score, and the Vikings won the game 31-14. One of the Missouri Valley homecoming traditions is dressing up each day of the week for Spirit Week. Missouri Valley College students and faculty dressed up Monday through Friday for a homecoming Spirit Week. Monday, students wore pink or tie-dye shirts to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
I'm just supporting October month for Spirit Week, so that's pretty much why I made a shirt. I designed it myself. Support.
We're the office that the Spirit Week comes from, so we thought maybe we should dress up to get other people to dress up.
Students dressed as their favorite movie character on Tuesday. To support our troops, students wore red, white, and blue on Wednesday.
I felt it was important to show respect for everybody that served our nation.
Thursday was dress alike with a friend for Twin Day.
First of all, it makes the school fun. You have to incorporate your own fun into school. If nobody's doing it, it's really boring. So have fun, go all out. It's Spirit Week, come.
Representing MVC, students wore orange or purple on Friday to end Spirit Week. Homecoming is a week on the Missouri Valley campus full of events, festivities, and traditions. Viking Views' Catherine Flores has more on how Ed Leslie keeps the torch lit with the tradition he keeps alive.
The torch run has a history dating back to 1958.
Lighting the torch and carrying it from the opponent's school that Valley's football team plays on homecoming started in 1958. Due to runner safety, the tradition is taking a different route.
Twice before we have played Evangel University from Springfield as our homecoming opponent, and we have run the torch from Springfield to Marshall. But the last couple of times that we did that, it was very dangerous. The road conditions were not good, heavy traffic. I was worried every inch of the way about the safety of our runners. So when we found out a year ago that we were going to be playing Evangel, I started thinking some other way that we could still conduct the torch run, but not necessarily bring it all the way from Springfield, because otherwise we'd had to go to Springfield, leave at about midnight on Thursday night, and start running through the night. And that in itself is not the safest thing to do, especially with all the traffic along the way. So we altered our plan, and this year I decided that it would be nice, very appropriate, I think, if we ran from Salisbury, Missouri, because Salisbury is the hometown of our president, Dr. Bonnie Humphrey. But we did have two of our Valley grads that were there in Salisbury to light the torch. Both are working and teaching in Salisbury. I asked the runners at one point in time, they found out that they had canceled the bonfire. I said, do you want to cancel the run? They said, no, let's keep running. So we had some good spirit and enthusiasm on the people that were participating. But it got to the point toward the end where we just had to cancel because it was too cold, it was rainy, and there was no bonfire to light, so we just canceled it the rest of the way.
Ed Leslie mapped out a different route for runner safety, but severe weather broke a Valley tradition. Catherine Flores, Viking Views.
Many changes have been made to the torch run over the years, but Ed Leslie plans on carrying the torch for years to come. After the night of heavy rain, people were back outside with their homecoming spirit. The second day of homecoming was off to a joyful start with another tradition, the homecoming parade. Viking Views, Aki Nagasaka has more.
The rain made the morning of the second day of homecoming quite cold. Participants of the parade get out on the North Street and prepared for their floats with hot drinks, thick jackets, and blankets. The annual MVC homecoming parade started from the Marshall Square at 9 a.m. Not only students and people from the town, but also MVC alumni get out on the college street to see this traditional event.
We're having a great time. Today, my favorite part will be seeing my brother in the parade. That'll be fun.
It's always a lot of fun to see the kids out and all the organizations and the bands, and it's just fun. Seeing some of the alums. Sally and I are sitting here just waiting for the group to get here.
Just fun to be back with old friends.
Each group entertained people and judges in front of the columns with their performances and creative floats. The homecoming parade made people smile and started the last day of homecoming with a lively atmosphere. Aki Nagasaka reported for Viking Views.
Homecoming week wasn't just about parades and sporting events. As Viking Views, Tyrone Ritter reports, it also brought former students back to the college.
Will Claggett, a mass communications major who graduated in 2011, came back to his hometown to see family and visit the college. He also talked to several of the mass communications classes about his job and what he has learned since leaving Missouri Valley.
Network. Just getting someone, and don't ever pass up I've learned, never pass up a business card. Hey, email, you never know when that business card is going to come up to an opportunity.
He gave the current students advice and encouragement during his talk.
The biggest risk that I took was moving. Why? I don't know anyone in Florida. No family down there. No family whatsoever.
Claggett works as a photojournalist with WFTX-TV in Fort Myers, Florida. This has been Tyrone Ritter reporting for Viking Views.
Sigma Tau Delta hosted the first annual Literature on the Lawn during homecoming week. Viking Views, Brent Kawai reports the event was set up to raise awareness about reading and the English program on campus.
Students and teachers at Missouri Valley College took the podium in front of an audience to read parts of their favorite stories or novels. Some participants even decided to share some of their own personal writings. For Amy Huff, this event allowed her to describe how reading her mother's Bible relates to a strong relationship they had with each other.
I was really looking for something to read to help me along with my mom's passing. I just happened to flip into her Bible, and it went straight to the bookmark page at Psalm 18 when she's describing the cancer, the radiation therapy.
Although Huff has faced adversity with the passing of her mother, she found inspiration in the Bible from the notes her mother left her.
The notes that she wrote in there was almost like she was speaking to me personally, because I was the first one in the family to open up her Bible and notice what she had written in there, and it was like she was kind of telling me, like, it's okay. You can move on, you can deal with whatever you have to do, but I'm good.
At Literature on the Lawn, she also expressed how reading fantasy novels has sparked her interest in poem writing.
Writing kind of spurs off of that, because when I was done reading, then I had all of these overflowing of creative imagination and words and drawing, and so I kind of poured part of my soul into what I wrote.
Whether it be from her mother, her Bible, or her writing, Amy Huff has found many different inspirations that have made a lasting impact on her life. This is Brent Kawai reporting for Viking Views.
If you would like to become more involved with the literature program on campus, contact Jennifer Eimers, whose office is located on the top floor of the Ferguson Center. Most of us grew up watching cartoons like Charlie Brown. As Viking Views, Phil Fowler reports, this semester, the Fine Arts Department takes us back to our childhood and gives us a twist to the traditional way we know Charlie Brown and the Peanuts gang.
On Thursday, October 18th, the Division of Fine Arts performed You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown inside the Eccleston Mabee Theater. The cast included 7 Missouri Valley undergraduates. In 2 acts, the students came together to dance, sing, and act their way through 14 different songs. Musical director Diane Malin has worked at Valley for over 20 years and was in charge of both the vocal and instrumental music. Malin said that You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown was chosen as the opening performance of the school year because of the variety of elements that go into a musical.
I think, they just kind of get things. The reason that we started like with a musical is because they involve the whole division as far as the departments of music, theater, and dance. And so it gets all of us working together as a unit. And so I think that's one of the special things about a musical.
According to Malin, The difference between preparing for a play is far from the work that goes into a musical. Because of the different factors that go into a musical production, rehearsal for the performance required all three departments come together.
Big difference, because with a play, you're working with the spoken word. You're just working with dialogue. Whereas with a musical, you have to schedule three things in. You have to schedule the acting part of it in. You have to schedule the music part in, and you have to schedule the dance part in. So there's three elements that you have to work in to your rehearsal schedule.
The director said that the performance ran smoothly. She also added that the actors and actresses involved were exceptional and did a good job with being consistent and bringing good energy. The high level of energy paid off during the performance as the packed audience laughed throughout the family-oriented musical. Charlie Brown is a story about a boy who can't seem to win, but never gives up on his mission to succeed. But to the Division of Fine Arts here on campus, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown was the first notable performance for what looks to be a promising year. This is Phil Fowler reporting with Viking.
The Fine Arts Department will be on stage again in late November for its celebration of the Christmas show. That's Viking Views for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Janelle Garcia.